It's about to go down.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good in the hood? It's your boy Bolo Biggs, a.k.a. Miyagi's son's nemesis, Soto. Yeah, y'all brought the beast back out. Oh, y'all don't know that beast? All right, let me show y'all. Bring back some. It's been a few years, so let me try it. Miyagi-san! You don't fight me at Destroy Village! Yeah, that's me. Bolo, Soto, Chris Farley's fucking stunt double. I'm all that shit. Saturday, came in for a couple of hours. I gotta go to a wedding today. Unfortunately, my one of my homies, he's about to do 5 to 10. If he's lucky, he'll only have to do 5 to 10. Getting married today. I feel sorry for you. I only say that because I'm a 2-time MVP. I gotta clean up. Got a lot of trash. So what I've been doing is bagging up my shit and just throwing in some of these trunk cards in the back trunk. Okay, guys, I started demolition on the floor because my man Vang, he took out as many screws as he could, but I figured I'd go ahead and knock this shit out. So all this mess that you see, I was just assessing what kind of wood I was messing with or how hard the job was gonna be. So I pretty much figured out what I'm gonna do. My point of attack is to use my crowbar, dig under it, pop it up as much as I can, and then place a 2x4 or whatever underneath my crowbar, just so I have gap in between the floor and the wood, like here. And then what I'm doing after that, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. Well, for some of you that are not familiar with how a circular saw works, you can actually adjust the saw by angle, how you want it to cut angle wise, straight up wise. I'm just using simple terms. Or you can do it by height. So what I've done is I've adjusted it so that it only comes down about 3/4 inches, which is plenty of clearance for me to cut the wood and not touch the metal. And looks like the wood is about 3/4 inch, so it actually works out. Actually it might be less, maybe a half, but either way it's gonna work. I've already cut the first piece, if you guys can see here. And what I'm gonna do there is just pry it back from there. Basically I've cut this here and just to get it underneath, and then all I'm gonna do is just pry it back. Oh man, I've been working out, son. Shit like that, that's fine, as long as you're not messing up your metal. So this here, I couldn't get to that screw. I'm gonna start trying to figure out a way how I can get to some of these screws, cause that'll help quite a bit. But yeah, so that's just to cut the board itself is plenty helpful. Along with these big ass screws, they put nails this size. It looked like one of those galvanized masonry nails that they use, and they just went right into the metal. Looks like I'm gonna have a lot of holes, but yeah, don't worry too much about that. Just toss them to the side, collect them, and get rid of them. I got a little excited on this side because it came up so easily. All I did was push it up, and I forgot to account for my hoses for the heater. So let me address that. But also on this side, I still have yet to take out my lift because I need to get to my buddy's house. So what I'm gonna do is just cut it off right here. And all I did was put my little baby sledgehammer. Plenty of clearance, so I'm just gonna cut it right here. So I cut it, and damn, my goddamn elbow, that shit ain't so funny, man. That ain't no goddamn funny, bro. Goddamn, man, shit. Look at that score. Oh god, I'm starting to pass out. Oh my god. All right, guys, I gotta go to the hospital. Guys, if you ever come across an old ass screw, before you try using your drill or your drill, clean that shit out, man. Half the battle is getting a screw out without it stripping. So now look at that, I got me a nice clean little tunnel to work with. Oh, so you saying you don't want to come out? That's what you're saying? Impact ain't working. I'm gonna have to go. Okay, guys, I had to switch up. My drill is not strong enough to get that bad boy out. So all I did was lock on with my my vice grip. You want to tighten it down as much as you can, then squeeze it and lock that son of a bitch into place, and then just work it out. I work it out. Work it out. I guess y'all don't need to see the whole 12 minutes of this motherfucker coming out. Damn, that's a big ass screw. So that's it. And then unlock it and get it out. Guys, if you guys don't already know, I'm not down with that working hard life. I like tricks. I like tricks of the trades. I like best practices. Also, the reason why I did not use this gap here on all the runs and use my blade shortened to cut it because it already has clearance. I don't know how far this runs, so I might go 2 feet and hit, you know, because I don't know if you ever seen on the vans, but they gap them about every 2 feet or so where it runs like a tunnel, and then it has metal, then it runs again. I don't want to take that chance if I'm able to just use my crowbar and lift it up a little bit. So that's why I didn't use this as a run. Now don't come out the gate and start prying your wood. Take out whatever screws you can beforehand. If you're able to get some nails out, take them out. But yeah, your life will be a lot easier if you're able to take the screws out. The reason why I was lifting it was because I could not take the initial screws out because they were so close to the edge that they rusted and I couldn't do anything with them. Like yesterday I was showing you guys, you always want to try to clean out your Phillips head with something sharp. Get the rust and the dirt out. It'll give you a better tunnel to work with, so that your drill bit is able to grab it. I don't know about that, but I did it with this one. As you can see, I cleaned it. Like, you couldn't even see that Phillips head at first. I had to clean it out, and then I knocked it loose. I forgot to record it, but let's see if I can do it with this one. I need to put a little bit of pressure on it. So yeah, I got lucky on that. I'm hoping to get a lot lucky on all of them, but like I said, clean out the head, maybe with a piece of nail, a sharp, skinny piece of nail. But you want to get a good tunnel to work with. So, and by the way, guys, I stopped wearing my hats. You know, I'm always giving shout out to these fishing gear companies, but I'm fucking them all up, man. Between the rust and all that. So this one is pretty bad off. So that's why I just wear it all the time now. So I see a lot of folks struggling with the floor, lifting it up and so on and so on. That's one of the reasons why I was showing you guys about cutting the boards. You gotta think it in a way of like science. The more surface area you have that you're working with, especially with the wood and the rubber adhesive, it's got a lot of more surface rate spread out, so it's a little bit harder to use energy-wise, pound per pound, to lift up the board and to lift up the rubber. So you're more manageable if you cut it into sections, because it won't take that much force. Let me show you on the weather stripping and stuff. I showed you yesterday on the board, but let me show you the weather stripping. So what I do with my weather stripping, I actually go ahead and, this is hard to do with one hand and holding the camera, but I actually just go ahead and cut them into strips that are more manageable. And it doesn't have to be perfect lines or anything, but basically, I started this one already. Basically, it's easier to pull. Now, you want to do it with two hands, obviously. That way, that doesn't get left behind. when you feel like it's starting to tear, you want to concentrate all your momentum on the side that's starting to split up. This one here, I only got this far because I just want to see what it looks like. But it's basically that technique. Again, I'm using one hand to show you guys. And you want to get a deeper cut. I can't find my other Stanley. Shout out to Stanley. My other Stanley blade, which is a lot stronger and thicker. But basically, go deep and cut it in strips to make it more manageable. I'm doing this with one hand, and it ain't that hard. Of course, now that I say that. But yeah, guys, I need two hands to do this, but you get the idea. So that one doesn't want to come out, so I'm just going to force it out. But of course, I can't do it with one hand. All these weird bending metals you've seen is because the screws are stripped and I can't address it right now. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down. But I'm just taking that area out. Oh, and that trick I taught you guys, that literally took me a minute or two. I went ahead and just left it because I know how quickly I can do the rest of these. I'm going to just take off the trim. So that was easily done. Just needed two hands. Guys, I cannot express how important it is to have the right tools to make your life a lot easier. I'm not saying go out and buy the most expensive one, but there are tools for every scenario. Hi y'all. It is too hot to work on the outside exterior, so I've been doing demolition work on the inside. I'm almost done, as you guys can see. I got the floor and just that one side paneling. All the screws are out. I just didn't rip it out yet just because I don't have anywhere to put the trash for now. But yeah, so I'm at the mercy of the weather, my work schedule, just everyday life really. It's funny because nobody ever shows you that bullshit on those other videos. I'm not knocking you guys. I'm just like, this shit here is realistic shit. It takes a long time to do demolition work, especially when you're tagging shit, thinking of what to eliminate, what to keep, what to consolidate. Yeah, this the real life of bus life. Virginia episodes, Virginia series. That's how we're doing it. But I'm taking a break. Man, it's hot, dude. I got titty sweat. I got lint all up in my fucking butt cheeks. Whew. Alright, I'll get back to you in a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to work that long today because I got that wedding to go to, remember? My boy's getting sentenced today. Yo. So what's up, guys? Yeah, so I was looking at this thing the other day. And it said, oh, you're probably wondering what I'm doing. Not working hard. Let me turn this shit around. Yo, what I tell you guys about me not working hard? Bro, so I was sitting around the other day and, oh, what's all that noise? Some easy shit happening. That's what that noise is, son. So all I'm doing is lifting up my wood. And when I get to a certain point, all these already came out like, it sounded like machine guns. They were like, blah, 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 blah. All the nails were popping out. So I get it up to a good height. Yeah. And then I just move my brick down. I think I'm almost done actually on this section here. So that brick is high enough so that I can get my jack under that, my hydraulic jack under that next. So let me show you that. That line there is where the board should end. But I'm not trying to lift a finger that gets tired. So just pushing my jack in at a diagonal. Didn't go too far, so I'm gonna go even more diagonal. That's good enough, fuck it. And then I'm just gonna pump it. Y'all hear that? That's the sound of fucking not working hard. That's what that fucking sound is. And I think I'm actually, am I out? Looks like I got 1 or 2 left. But yeah, you guys get the idea. Yeah, it's shifting. It's out. If not, I'm just gonna move my brick closer. But yeah, I don't work too hard. Ended up moving the brick again, and this should be the last few pumps. I think it's actually out, but I don't know what it. Let me take a look. Oh, it's stuck on the adhesive. I guess that would have helped that bolo. Mr. Short Bus Riding motherfucker. Alright, let me take that out, guys. I'm gonna cut the rubber. I'm gonna cut that rubber right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rubber. I actually found my Stanley Fat Man, my Fat Man razor. Stanley Fat Man. Shout out to the Fat Man. And then I'm just gonna cut it. Make sure it doesn't pop in my face. And I said, y'all, that's how I roll. I ain't trying to work hard. When I breathe hard, it's because I just fucked up a plate of goddamn wings. That piece is out. That spot behind me. Sure enough, the majority of my rust is going to be around the wheel well. The wheel well. That piece there, I'm not going to throw it out yet. Yes, I know I collect a lot of shit. I'm not a hoarder, but you know me. I like to keep templates. That shit was a snug fit. I don't think I could measure any better than that if I was to do it myself. So I'm going to keep that piece. And pretty much all 4 pieces, really, just to keep it as a template. I don't think I necessarily need the ones up front to keep as a template, but I don't need to throw anything away yet. I'm going to just line it up along the fence or something. When you want to take nails out, most of the time you're going to be right on the floor that you're taking it out. What you want to do is wedge something underneath the crowbar there. That helps it with I forget what it's called, but you don't have to use as much energy. So this piece of wood is right next to it, so I'm just going to use that. Had I just used the flat surface, it would have been a lot more. God, I forget what it's called, but trust me on it. These motherfuckers are popping out like popcorn, man. Alright, let me finish this, guys. I'm just sitting here assessing my floor. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to that wedding that I keep talking about. But let me show you what I've gotten done. So basically, what I've done here is gonna be what I do for the rest of the floor area. Started sweeping it up a little bit. It's not that hateful. That there surface rust, but the area that that I'm gonna need to attack sometime within the next few episodes is the wheel well. You can see it did rust through, but the great thing is the salvage. What I can salvage is actually the hump. The metal goes actually down to the floor. The rusted area is actually the seams where the L shape comes out. It's the L bracket almost. So the great thing about that is I can actually cut that clean and get somebody to either weld or rivet an L bracket, an L angled piece of metal from there to there, from there to there, and so on. Which is actually not hard to do. I'm just glad I don't have to refabricate that hump. Which I've seen a few people do, and that's a pain in the ass. You gotta pay some good money for that shit. But I'm not like super happy, but I'm happy enough that I don't have more issues. And that's not to say these other 3 panels are gonna not have issues, but I'm happy so far. The reason why I didn't take the bottom skirts off yet there is because the wood's in the way, and the sheet metal when it comes down, it comes down like that. Not like this, but more like this when they go at the angle. Yeah, that was my best attempt. Straight racist. So let me clean up. I gotta get the hell out of here, guys. Out of rust, guys. I was walking by, I saw all these discs on the ground, and they have sealant on them, weatherproofing. So I got on the ground, and when I look up, obviously those are where it came from. Now, I don't remember that many nails or screws that were attached to that, so I'm gonna have to figure out the hell that is. But I know I'm gonna have to take them down, otherwise they'll fly all over the place on the highway. I got a pile of mess, but I'll clean that up. So that's where I'm at, guys. I gotta get out of here. I keep saying that, but I love working on this shit. I'm happy. Oh, real quick, that fucking sheet metal, the reason why that shit is still there when Vang was supposed to take all the screws out, that fucking bottom track there, they were all rivets, so I gotta address those. Hi guys, I gotta get the hell out of here. I keep saying that, but it was a good day. I mean, I worked for about 3 hours. I got a lot done that I needed to address. I like playing the peekaboo game where I start certain areas just to see how tough they are, so I can calculate and schedule in my mind what I need to do and how much time I can set aside for it and things like that. So I peek at areas that I need to address just to assess things. But that's why you see me jumping around a lot also. But you guys have a great weekend. I'm gonna spend some time with my daughter tomorrow. Be good. Your boy's out. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace. Okay guys, so I wanted to explain real quick on the whole hydraulic jack thing. So I actually abandoned using the saw because I noticed that when I was able to take out the big screws that was holding the board down, I was able to lift it up far enough with the crowbar. So I got to thinking I would use my my hydraulic jack, and it's somewhat low profile, so I was able to squeeze it underneath the board and just jack it up from there, and the galvanized nails were just popping like popcorn and just flying, so it was a lot easier. But I wanted to keep the video clip of me using the saw and that technique in case somebody needed it, in case somebody else needed it, because that technique does work if you're not able to jack it up with a jack.